Good morning. May the 4th be with you, apparently, is the day today, May the 4th. It, it goes beyond me, but there we are for those Star Wars fans out there. Anyway, let's get on and look at these markets and what's coming up today. Looking at risk first in terms of news risk. We've already had the Aussie dollar Reserve Bank of Australian rate statement is already out. We've 10 p.m. That's this evening. Then, crikey, we've got New Zealand data, and that's pretty much it. New Zealand data. If you're following any of the New Zealand dollar pairs, that could. I mean, it's employment change, unemployment rate out later. That will be watched quite carefully, bearing in mind they've been quite hawkish from the central bank there. So. That's overnight. It's late evening for us in the UK. Anyway, let's have a look at the technicals then, because there's nothing else there that I'm interested in at this stage. Starting off looking from a daily perspective, well, yesterday we caught the bounce on the euro dollar here off its daily 21. Selling off at the moment as we look, pulling back down there, ran into the 4-hourly 50-ish area, just through slightly, but looking a bit on the softer side as we're running through this morning at least. Now, just looking at, okay, it's already through its daily pivots, heading off to S1, heading south to the S1, I should have said. 120.17, maybe even more. We'll see if this is a bigger correction, and this is really what I'm looking for to see if we've got to sort of confirm. We saw the early weakness back here. We saw the weakness last week. We've seen a bit of a bounce running through into bank holiday Monday over here. Now, it wasn't a bank holiday everywhere, so there was some volume there. But today, certainly, well, the break of the low from yesterday, actually, it did pitch through yesterday, a slight bit lower there. A break of that would confirms another more significant lower high, and maybe more of a correction here. So that's the euro. The pound. Now the pound again yesterday, on Friday it broken down, looked like it was really setting up for something more. Yesterday bounced quite well, but we are again with the pound just selling off a little bit. Now you just look at the overall picture when you look at it on a 4-hourly, and it is so rangy, and I wouldn't be overly shocked if we see more rangy sort of price action occur here with the pound. There seems to be less of a sell-off, although when it does come, it comes equally as strong as what we're seeing in the euro. But at the moment, just sort of catching this, okay, it's 1 4-hour bar at the moment, but it does look like it's trying to put in something of a bottom here. There's the 50, the 34 crossing the 50 here on the 60-minute chart. It does look like it's trying to put in a bit more of a move to the upside. Dollar yen. Well, the yen. Let's get on the right chart here. There we go. From a daily point of view first, well, yesterday pop and drop there yesterday, but it's pushing back up there. Now I'm still long on this yen. It's as I say, position trade. I've mentioned it long enough on these outlooks. Still looking for further upside there. Nothing to be done on this trade. We got in last Thursday, Wednesday, whenever it was, Thursday morning. Anyway, so still looking for quite a bit more on this, and at the moment it seems to be wanting to give. These can change on a dime at the moment. It seems they turn, but at the moment higher lows coming through on the 60 minutes, and it does look like it's quite bullish at this stage. Nothing there in terms of entries on any of these markets. I haven't seen an obvious entry. Aussie dollar, I'm not going to come down too much, down too much on this. We'll come down to the 4 hours, and that's about it. There's a trend line sitting across the lows, but the Aussie dollar's in a range, and has been in this range. Yes, if it starts breaking down this trend line, it could come back down towards the bottom line, the range. Whether it will break much out of that, well, we'll have to wait and see. But for me, it's it's all right for range traders, but at the moment, not really going too far. Canadian dollar has the more strength in the main. It is putting in a bit of a bottom here for now, at least. It's sort of a couple of shooting stars, inverted hammers. sitting there, but push, as I say, trying to ground out a bit of a bottom here. Just coming down these time frames doesn't make it any clearer or anything, but really I'd looking for a continuation in the move. So I'm just looking at across the lows there. There might have been just the slightest bit of divergence, so you may see just a bit more correction there if the volume's changing here, and we might just see a bit more momentum to the upside. It has got its weekly pivot to the draw to the upside. That in itself may give opportunities from a sell side of things. I'll have to have a look at that. Okay, moving on. S&Ps. So S&Ps, well, very little movement yesterday. Inside bar yesterday, and very very patchy. If anything, again, I'm looking at this sort of low area around about the 41.69 area. Maybe a break of that would be for the downside, but otherwise it really has this upside bias that's so powerful. It's just a patience job, waiting each day to see if it's going to start pushing back up. Gold, well, gold caught the bids yesterday, and starting to look a little bit more like it's got some more potential, but it's a funny old one. It's run back into those prior highs there, and it had the reaction off of those prior highs yesterday. Question today, well, of course, is it going to continue to roll? If this dollar continues to strengthen, I would say yes, and looking at the dollar, it does look like it's got potential to carry on that route. Okay, gold, there's not much else to be said on that really, and I will quick look at Bitcoin here. I'm just looking at Treasury. Treasury yields have pushed up a little bit this morning, but we're not really seeing anything mad on the Treasuries at this stage. All we're hearing is European Treasuries have been sold, and that may even soften the likes of the euro. Okay, so Bitcoin on dailies here. Well, yesterday pushed in, it broke through, finally broke through properly those moving averages, or saw a continuation of that breakthrough of those moving averages. And well, it looks like it's got a bit of scope to continue up, continue to the upside. It's slow, but it's doing it. Ethereum continues its path upwards at 3,400, reaching yesterday, and Ethereum is certainly the chosen one at the moment. Ripple just slowing down a little bit at the moment, a bit more following Bitcoin, much more Ripple at this stage. But as I said, Ethereum's certainly the chosen one there. It's gone up in a few days. From sort of 2.6 to 3,400 points there. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. There's, as I say, very little news-wise today. It's a bank holiday. It was bank holiday in China and Japan, affecting may be running through today as well. So I wish you a great day's trading, and I will catch you in the morning. Bye for now.